which brings us to Blast from the Past. No long transitioning here, just go straight to the next one. I picked Phenomenon by 1000 Foot Krutch, which was released in 2003. But first, let me say a bit about Blast from the Past. Like I said before in the introduction, I'm going to pick one album from the past which I think had a huge impact on the scene, or I just love very, very much. It's one of those albums you will be listening to 10 years later, and even though you've listened to it 100,000 times, you just can't fail but listen to it again and enjoy every single second of it. I'm going to be looking into how the scene was at the time. Not too much in depth, just give a general how would you say summary of the time and where it fit in. And we're gonna start with this Christian rock legend. Now, the song had 12 songs, led by the title track Phenomenon, and it sold 250,000 copies or even more to date through Tooth and Nail Records, which improved the production value of this album so much that they were working with a really professional label at the time. It was still important to just get that nice production level. And Rock Fist, one of the first singles, cracked the top 40 mainstream rock radio charts, which is a foreign concept to European people, I believe. But in the US, they had charts about which songs got played most on the radio and requested most. And they had 4 of those radio singles from this album alone. Absolutely dominated the Christian rock scene with it. And just brought an album with mainly just positive vibes into a world where nu metal was dominated by Linkin Park's Meteora, which is one of my favorite albums ever, but it's not that uplifting very much. Like, it brings you a lot of energy, it gives you energy, but that mostly comes from frustration and a place of anger about the world. And, negative emotions just are turning into energy. And 1000 Foot Krutch did that with Phenomenon in a positive way, with positive emotions, which is quite the contrast. And they pretty much made the template for Skillet and Red, other pretty big Christian rock bands, with this album. My favorite song from this one probably is Quicken, which I highlighted as well. Quite energetic and departs from the usual themes of this album. Now, how is it relevant nowadays? I would say that there's a lot of nu metal nostalgia right now. Seen as stronger than ever, maybe, or stronger than it has been since 20 years. Pretty much since this era with Linkin Park and other nu metal bands just being everywhere all the time. And I think that there's a lot of people who didn't quite catch this album back in the day, or 1000 Foot Krutch in general. I personally just discovered them after their follow-up album, The Art of Breaking, back in 2005, which was recommended to me through Last.fm. If anyone knows that site, it's pretty great for discovering new music through neighbors. Now, you would scroll your music to Last.fm, and they would compare it to other users on the platform. And if you were listening to similar music, they would say, hey, this is your music neighbor. Look at what they are listening to. And I discovered so many bands through that. I'm going to be talking about that a lot in this Blast from the Past format. And so I listened to The Art of Breaking. I thought, that's quite a nice band. Let's see what they've done before. And wow, Phenomenon just blew me away. I think it's their best album. Not my favorite, but the best, definitely. And still brings a lot into the modern world with themes that never get old. And yeah, maybe TFK will coming back soon as well. Who knows?